We got us a team one together with Khal Drogo joining back in. We got Koopa over there as an out rogue sticking to his guns. Literally, Naze looks like he's ready to go first up. We got ourselves Suburban, and we got ourselves the boy, the blank. Look like, oh, look at this guy. I like that. The blue green, a bit of, you know, dark color schema to it. You got a hoodie in there. Looking like a Gul'dan style warlock, right? We got ourselves Beggar going to be first up with a quick stab. We got Burke over in team 2. We got ourselves Fake Tags. We got ourselves Kiosk who chill in the corner. We got ourselves Lucifer. It looks like Beggar going to be opening up as Naze got himself a board immediately. Naze did not get hit with a CC, I guess, at the moment. It looks like it was just an open up by Beggar. Beggar does get killed with a couple of dots. Going to be a road. And Naze, but it's hit with a full stun here. It's going to be full dots. Naze with a full defense is going to be the stun. Kyrian burst out of Beggar as a Kyrian. Wait, Kyrian burst is a Kyrian assassination. Is that what I'm seeing? Am I seeing it correct? Going to be full UA for Naze, potentially big damage. Going to be decimating and bolted onto Beggar. This man got himself Drain Soul build. Cloak of Shadows for Beggar. Naze got himself a Drain Soul? Wait a second. This man got himself full. I think he's going to go for the big one-shot build. Interesting. Garrote does immune it. Naze is going to get hit with a kidney shot. Looks like it was potentially an interrupt. What? No, not an interrupt on a Beggar. Naze is getting hit with a full kidney shot. Full burst. It's going to be no vendetta just yet. Beggar get hit with some dots and a mortal call UA. It's going to be unstable affliction. All the dots are up. Potentially full dots. It's going to be full dots ramped up by Naze. Does he have the rapid contagion so those dots stick out more often? Trying to maybe see if he can force Beggar next to the Dark Glare. It's going to be Beggar going in for a reset for a second. Shot of Fury around the corner for Naze. How's all those dots rolling versus Beggar, picking up the eyes, and Beggar will not be able to get himself an easy opener versus Naze. Naze on top of him, making sure to get some dots on a Beggar. It's going to be through the shield. Beggar could be in trouble. Cloak of Shadows coming back up. Might just have to cloak through the dots, unless you can live him. He's looking for the reset. Sippy Cup, Cloak, burning Cloak with Shadows with the Warlock Hellstone. So he's got himself lots of healing. Potentially this is Kyrian Sippy Cup. Mortical by Naze with a Fury to follow. Beggar's gonna get loaded up. It's gonna be potentially a massive vendetta for Beggar. Gonna be a full rapid contagion. Naze trying to go for Destiny Bolt. Beggar is taking down dots. Vanish to follow. Does he have himself a big go? Cloak shot is for Naze. It's gonna be Dark Pack for a second. It's gonna be a full burst, but Beggar doesn't have anything left. I think he might just die here. Cheat death. And it looks like Decimated Bolt might take him out right here. Ooh, big Decimated Bolt. And a Drain Soul for Naze. Actually got a Drain Soul off. No kick by the Rogue, but I think the Resolve Trinket had him going. Naze took a bit of that damage. Drain Soul, I don't think got that much value. But at least he was able to use it. Demon Hunter getting hit with a Mortal Call of Fear. It's going to be Trinket immediately as he goes in for the big old Eye Beam. That's going to be potentially Demon spawning in for Burke sometime soon. As the Resolve Trinket does, actually not even Resolve Trinket. I think Resolve Trinket was used up, but there was also a wall on top of it for Naze, so he's making sure to get himself some clean free casting. Going to be the Dark Glare joining in. Dark Soul stability. Fury into Burke with Malefic Raptures dotting him up. Decimated Bolt to follow. Does himself the biggest Drain Soul, actually doing some damage. Drain Soul. Oh my god, Burke sounds himself. Needs to slay that demon. Does pick up a little bit of healing. Is going to slay some damage into the Dark Glare for a second. It's going to be Naze with no help whatsoever. Trying to get some dots back up to Burke, who just recovered so much health. Dark Pack for Naze getting quick interrupted, and it's gonna be over as Burke was able to do so much recovery as he just almost got melted in a single go. Oh my goodness, I'm hoping my mic wasn't so loud when I got super excited. Can you shout out to Burke? Koopa trying to see if he can take him out. Burke is just gonna get blasted out, just going in for that 1-2-1-2 with Venthyr. Outlaw Rogue Dreadblades combo didn't give him a chance. And Lucifer is gonna be up next. Sending out the pet. Shadow Viewer into Koopa finally somehow gets him. I have no idea how. That luck. Fellor joining in. Koopa taking a bit of damage. Demon Bite out of the Demon Dog. Soul Rod into Koopa. Does have a Cloak of Shadows with advantage to follow. Just dodging away from all these pets. Definitely needs a Mortal Call. Does get a stun into Koopa. No Trinket for the Rogue with the Tyrant. Mortal Call. Koopa could be in big trouble. Tyrant is going to blast him out. Vanish for Koopa. Does get to have an escape. But Lucifer, if he can pick up the eyes real quick to send those pets back at Koopa, he might be in a position to maybe overtake this Rogue. Regeneration coming out for Koopa. As he's looking for that recovery. The pets are back on him. The Demon Doggers jump in. Cloak of Shadows for Koopa, which is a massive defensive. Lucifer dropping down the Fellor, who's going to help out, do the same damage to Koopa, but also interrupt them. Full Venthyr Flagellation burst, and Koopa just going in for all in. Lucifer trying to see if he can maybe land a fear onto Koopa. Does land it. Soul Rod to follow. Maybe a big heal. Stun to Koopa. Barely any health. Lucifer just continuing to send more pets out. Going to be a Seed Pod. Does he have any more CC? I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. He already used the pet stun. And it's going to be done and done. Man, that was really close. Koopa was really getting some value, some pressure on that Warlock. Was making a bit of a play there. But Taxi is going to be up next. 8 minutes into the duel, dampening finally rolling in a big way as we head in that 20% dampener, boys. And Koopa looking for that reset behind the pillar, slapping around the Incubus. As Taxi swings around Mortal going to be immediate trinket for Koopa. Kidney shot onto Taxi. Does not have a big go right now, but it's going to be dark back either way. As a result, trinket procs going to be a quick kick for Koopa just to get through the interrupt trinket, the resolve trinket, into a kidney shot raptor, but Taxi with a human racial does get to stop it. Going to be another Incubus summoned up. Koopa with the defensive Aegis trinket. Cloak Shadow is coming up very, very soon. Could take that Aegis trinket and really build up some damage towards Taxi. Taxi with a bit of a health funnel for the pet. Going to be a go for Koopa. Kidney shot. Taxi. Cloak Shadow is up for Koopa. Can't really do much about it. It's going to be a succubus CC, but does interrupt it. Taxi taking the full burst out of Koopa's burst. There's going to be still Dreadblades rolling for a bit. Drain life. Does get interrupted with a vanish. So Taxi's gonna have to rebuild for the drain life again, try to go for a fear. Gonna be a quick fear into Koopa. No help whatsoever. Wait, Koopa could actually have it. Koopa could actually do this. Drain life for Taxi does get valuable healing. Koopa finally able to re-engage with him. Mortal send him out in the other direction. With a Soul Rod and Dark Glare extending all those dots. Koopa out in the open, can't really do much, can only door shadows away. But at that point, he's just dotted up. And Taxi recovered all that health. He popped off cooldowns and went for a massive drain at the very last second. Just maximizing his value. Next up is going to be the Blank. These two, the Taxi and the Blank, only got to fight each other a couple of times. Taxi going into this duel with a couple of offensives down. Actually, both offensive cooldowns down. He is going to go in this with defensives down as well. With Dark Pact hopefully out very, very soon. Fear onto the pet as well as the Warlock. Blank is able to get all the dots of full PI burst versus Taxi. That's going to be full War Stomp. Try to see if he can blast out Taxi. Quick silence on Taxi from a distance. It's going to be sucked. See for a second. Breaks it. Try to see if he can get next to Taxi with more of that Kyrian burst to blast him out. Does go for massive blasts. My goodness, the blast he does are actually huge. Actually, massive amount of damage. Does he tie them together with Void Eruption or does he separate the two? I wonder. Stun onto Taxi, trying to go for a big VT, potentially big damage, and there goes another set of Void Eruption. I think this might have been Megalomania here. Taxi tried to go for a fear onto the Blank and just try to see if he can wait out those dots, but it's definitely going to poke out versus Blank and get some sort of CC chain on the guy and go for a drain. Definitely needs recovery. Going to be the Void Torrent trying to cancel out the healing from the drain. Observer getting someone up for Taxi to make sure he can get himself a interrupt onto the Blank, as well as remove some of the dots and damage from the Blank. It's going to be a quick silence to Taxi as he's trying to see if he can soul shape out of there, trying to escape the clutches of the Shadow Priest, and the pet Dark Glare is going to be there to land that sweet interrupt in order to create himself that proper escape. Greater Fade out for Blank right now. Potentially could go for a fear on Taxi. Does he have a fear? Doesn't look like it, or hard to tell. Stun onto Taxi, but does land a fear onto the Shadow Priest, and apparently the Priest is going to be able to at least get some cut. Has both the Shadow Priest fear and, the fear from Warlock and the Shadow Priest stun broke out at the same time. Drain life or drain void, both of them are literally channeling at each other at the same time, but looks like the drain life is winning out on this one. Into a disperse for the Blank, does get himself some recovery, some self-healing, but Taxi got so much pressure on the Blank. The Blank could be in a tight side situation. Does he have a fear of his own? He needs to stand and heal at some point. Siphon for a second, War Stomp, needs a heal, but I think it's over. Taxi just running him down with the dots a little bit by bit. Suburban gonna be up next as a sub-rogue. Taxi has himself the Incubus on the side, trying to go for a bit of a Warlock Hellstone. Definitely should pick up the eyes whenever he can. But definitely needs to go for a big drain, big recovery versus Rogue. This Rogue would really just have a go versus Taxi. With a Cloak of Shadows, it will be unstoppable. Unless Taxi have a human racial and a port. I think it might be one of the harder duels here. Kidney shot. Incubus, trying to see if he can stop this burst. Gonna be the Dark Pact. Does go for the human racial. Seeing the Rogue trinket out of this one. The Rogue committing a lot of the damage. Vanish has been used. Mortal Coil sent on the Rogue. Taxi trying to get some dots on the Rogue and it's slow. Just letting the dots burn him and rot him for a bit. That's gonna be a Shadow Step by the Rogue. Vanish by the Rogue actually to get a Shadow Strike in. I guess he's out of steps. Quick fear, and apparently Taxi at least has a bit of control on the Rogue. Still a tight situation, still a troublesome area to be in. Suburban at least can get a couple of Shadow Strikes into the pet and be at some calm points. Taxi could still be in big trouble. He needs to make sure the Incubus is there to help peel the Rogue off him anytime. Cloak of Shadows by the Rogue. Taxi with that wall. Not much he can really do about it. So Incubus can't really stop him with a Succubus CC for the moment. It's going to be fear out of Taxi. And the Rogue is just going to have to take these dots to the face. It's going to be Taxi going to full damage. Soul Rot, everything getting used. Suburban got nothing left. Full drain. Maybe get interrupted. Taxi stops drain for a second. Letting the dots build up for a bit. He's going to pour it away. The dots are still burning onto the Rogue Mortal Coil. And I think it's over. As he's going to get drained and dotted up and rotted down. As Taxi is going to take him out. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. with Khal Drogo, last one left. Switching out the playstyle a little bit here. Diffuse Magic is in play, so you can reverse a lot of the dots back into Taxi. Dark back for Taxi in the opener. Apparently something breaks his Resolve Trinket. Get interrupted. Bad situation to be in. I think it's over. Oh, and Taxi does go down. My goodness. Oh no. How much HP does Taxi have? I can't see on stream. I don't know. I've seen Warlocks with 100k HP before though. I've seen Warlocks in arenas with 100k HP. I have no idea exactly how much Taxi has, but he must have enough to make him super tanky. It's going to be Kiyoska versus Khal Drogo, hitting him with a stun. Going to be Death Chakram rolling in with grenades to follow. It's going to be a bunch of damage, full explosion. Ooh! Didn't even give him a chance. A bird. You gave a bird a friend. Look at that. You give him a little friend. A little tombstone friend. Kiyoska, not bad at all. Koopa, lots of damage out of this man. Taxi did pretty well. I thought Taxi would have gotten 4. I guess it was only 3, right? It was Nay? No, it wasn't A's. It was Suburban, Blank.